What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a review for Growing Up Hip Hop Season 7, episode number 1. The episode, let's be honest, you guys, this episode was boring as hell. Episode titled Parents Just Don't Understand You Guys. So, before I go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and aren't subscribed to the channel, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. And you guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Growing Up Hip Hop, shall we? The episode, you guys, it opened up with Egypt, Sam, and Sandy. An odd way to open up the season. So we find out that Egypt is pregnant by Sam. I would say congratulations, but that's not how I feel. I feel like Egypt is gonna get herself lost in Sam, and her mama just. That's what I be looking at with when it comes to Peppa. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, you would think that Peppa is the same age as Egypt. Neither here nor there. So we find out Egypt is 8 weeks pregnant, right? So, Peppa is telling Egypt that, she has to stay stress free, because we also come to find out that Egypt was pregnant recently and she had a miscarriage, right? When it comes to Sam, it's just like, so all I get from Sam is gold digger, opportunist. I'm just not a fan of Sam. I just don't see it for Sam whatsoever, and I just don't. Really? Oh, never mind. So we see Lazy Bone next, and he's on the phone with Tretch. So I guess him and Tretch were supposed to meet up with each other, but Lazy had some issues, family issues, that he had to attend to, because he was telling us that he has a 4-year-old daughter. Her mom is in an abusive relationship, a domestic, an abusive relationship. So he had to go get his daughter out of that toxic situation, right? And Tretch is just like, yeah, man, I get it. We family, right? We friends, we cool. Just let me know, what's going on, and if you need anything, I got you, right? So then Tretch is talking to Lazy about the situation. He's now having issues with Sam, and he's talking about the fact that he's unfell back on communication with Egypt, because each time he calls Egypt, Sam is right there on speakerphone with her. I'm like, okay. So you're now just starting to see what people have been saying for how many seasons now about Sam. But okay, Church, yeah, like, you and Peppa have welcomed this boy with open arms, and like I've said just a minute ago, gold digger, opportunist. Cause we're gonna talk about Sam in deep detail in just a minute, but I really don't want to. So Lazy Bone is telling Tretch how he has this idea, since last year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop. He wants to get something, he wants to put something together to celebrate hip hop, but he wants the kids to showcase their talents. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm trying to think about on this show who has true. Well, I mean, I know they got talent, right? I know some of them. I know, Twist. I know Brianna. But other than that, a lot of them do be in the studio, but I don't ever really hear much from them. But that's neither here nor there. Let's pause here and let's move forward. You guys, the next person that we're going to talk about is Angela. So Angela is in her new home, right? And Cree went to go visit her. So Cree had a gift for Angela, and it was one of those microphones that you see everybody with these days. So I guess Angela is now wanting to get into music, and I was like, where in the hell did this come from? Like, I guess Angela has heard what people said about her, that she's boring, no storyline, right? And I guess Angela's trying to throw something, just throw it at the wall. Again, I like Angela, but on this show, she's just very plain Jane, right? So Angela says that she wants to make just Actually, listening to what Angela says, Angela just wants to be a one-hit wonder. Okay. I mean, cool, right? So Cree is like, well, you have to see a vocal coach. I'm like, for a for a one song, but okay, whatever. We'll talk about that in a minute too. So next up, we move back over to Egypt and Sam. So Egypt and Sam have moved out of Peppa's house and they have their own home. First of all, where the hell do they live? I know that they're still in Vegas, so I know it's the desert, but that area that they lived in, it just looked destitute, desolate, empty. I mean, there were houses around there, but there was nothing there. It literally looks like y'all are in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? Then we see the inside of the house. No shade to them, but I was just looking at that house and I was like, first of all, where did you get this shit from that's in this house? This house looks like literally a bachelor pad. And Egypt is just, cheesing from ear to ear about the house. So then Peppa comes over and she has this, this portrait of herself because she wants her grandbaby to see her. That face, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh God, that face. Not saying that Peppa's ugly, but this new face with. There was one thing that I noticed in this episode. There's one thing that I'm noticing with this cast this season. A lot of people got their teeth done. Peppa got them. Peppa got new teeth. I don't know. I don't know how long Peppa's had these teeth. Peppa's got new teeth. I think. I don't know. Now I couldn't tell in the previews if Twist is wearing a grill or if he got his teeth done. Lazy Bone got his teeth done. Like everybody's teeth are just basically porcelain white. Nothing against it, right? But so yeah, I don't know who the hell decorated this goddamn house that Egypt and Sam is in. It's really giving Sam decorated because it looked. First of all, the living room. The living room looks like one of those, like if you're a gamer, it looks like a game room for a gamer. And I was just like, who decorated this house? And then they showed the before picture. I was like, the before looks better than the after. Ugh. So Peppa tells Egypt that, so I guess Salt and Peppa went on tour this past year with who was it that she said? I forgot who it was. It's one of those boy bands, and I can't think of the boy bands. I was about to say Backstreet Boys, but it's not them. Y'all know who it is. I don't care. But Peppa told Sam, not Sam, but she told Egypt that she would be, coming with her on tour. And Sam was like, well, what about me? No one cares about you, Sam. Let's just keep it real. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody gives a hot fig Newton about Sam. Ugh. Why is Sam still here? Like, oh my God. I don't understand. Sam is a full grown. We're going to talk about Sam. 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 Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So next up, we see Tanise and JoJo. So Tanise and JoJo are planning for their son's first birthday, right? And, Tanise is talking to JoJo on the phone, making sure he has everything together, right? So then he asked her, well, is your dad coming? She says she doesn't know because he didn't RSVP. So now this is an interesting situation, and I thought it was very disrespectful of her father, not Tanise, her father. So she's saying that her father has not saw her son in the whole year that he's been alive, right? Which is disrespectful. So Tanise says he only acknowledges her daughter Mia, but he doesn't acknowledge the baby, which is rude as hell and it's wrong. What is your beef with the little boy, right? So we saw this little, how WeTV does. They showed a little 40-second blurb. So we see her and she was talking to her mom and she was telling her mom about her dad and the fact that I think he told one of her sisters that her son is not his grandchild. And I was like, how is that possible? She gave birth to him. that's your daughter, right? So that's your grandson. And we gonna talk about her daddy, his old trifling ass in a few minutes too, right? So next we see Eric, Lil Easy, and Devin. They went down to the dispensary, right? And then Sam showed up. So when Sam showed up, Sam told them that he and Egypt are having a baby. Sam looks like this whole entire episode. Sam looked like a nomad. He looked like a homeless person. He looked like somebody that was fresh off the streets, right? Like, cause Sam, the way his appearance and his hair, it was just like, sir, you look like you're homeless. No shade to the homeless people, but that's what Sam was giving. I don't know if Sam was trying to give hobo chic or what, but he was giving homelessness. He was giving homelessness, right? So, Sam is telling Devin and, Lil Easy that he's gonna be meeting up with Tretch, and he really don't know what's up with him and Tretch, right? I couldn't care less, right? I couldn't care less. Couldn't. Because for me, like I said, with Tretch, we'll talk about that too. It's like y'all overlooked a lot of things because, oh, Egypt is happy. Do y'all really think Egypt is happy with Sam? Like, I think Egypt is like a contortionist when it comes to Sam. I think it gives contortionist that she's bending and flipping to be who Sam wants her to be. I don't think Egypt is at all who she wants to be. I feel like Egypt is doing these things that Sam wants her to do, and that's the issue for me because I don't feel like Egypt has a voice when it comes to fucking Sam, right? But let's pause here and we're gonna wrap up the episode, you guys. So, Angela, all I gotta say about Angela and Kareem going to see this vocal coach wasted that woman's time. I really hope and pray that y'all paid that woman because that was complete bullshit. So, we have the birthday party for JoJo and Tanisa's son. I think, is his name Joey? Yeah, his name is Joey. So, Tanisa's dad does show up, and Tanise wanted to have a conversation with her dad. He says no because he was, he came in, he was with the little girl, but then he went and spoke to the, talked to the baby, played with the baby, right? I kind of understood him like this much, right? Because he said he didn't want to discuss whatever Tanise wanted to discuss right there, and I actually understand that, right? Let's not talk about these issues right here. Let's enjoy the moment. Let's have fun at this party, right? I'm here. But they eventually did talk about it, right? And here's where her daddy lost me at, right? So they went outside and they talked, right? So mind you, JoJo, Tanise, everybody was there at the party before the father got there, right? So her daddy is talking about the fact that your husband, when I walked in, your husband didn't even speak to me. Sir, you walked into the room, not JoJo. When you walk into a room, you do what? You speak to everybody in the fucking room. So I am not gonna sit here and blame JoJo for nothing. That is on you, my good sir. You walked into that party. You spoke to people in the party. You didn't speak to JoJo. So why do you think he should speak to you? Like, I hate when older people feel like, oh, because I'm your elder, you gotta respect me. Respect is a two-way street, bitch. You show me respect, I show you respect. You don't respect me, I ain't gotta respect you. I don't go with that whole I'm your elder, so you have to respect me. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything but get old and die. Those are the only things that I have to do is get old and die. But other than that, no. But he really didn't want to, because Tanise did bring up the fact that he said that Joey isn't his grandson. He didn't want to answer none of the questions, and I'm thinking to myself, I feel like he did say that because he was way too defensive about the situation, and that's when I was like, yeah, you done said some shit, and he was a complete asshole to Tanise, and I just didn't like that, right? So he eventually left, and Tanise was like, I'm not going to chase behind that man, and I'm like, exactly, just because it's your daddy, don't follow behind him. So we see Tretch and Sam. So they meet up at a jewelry shop, right? So I guess Tretch was looking for a gift for his wife, But him and Sam, they come and sit down to each other, sit down, and in this particular moment, I will say that Tretch, he was trying to talk some sense into Sam, right? Because basically he's telling Sam like, so you in Egypt, you guys, you just moved out of Pepper's house, and as an adult, I'm not even gonna say as a man, as an adult, there's nothing wrong with living with your parents but Peppa is not his mother. So it's like you're leeching and mooching off of Peppa. But when it comes to Sam, I just don't think Sam has any morals about himself, any pride within himself, any dignity. I don't get that from Sam, so I don't think that Sam felt anything about living with Peppa. Because me, if I were in Sam's shoes, I was married, I wouldn't want to be like, damn, me and my wife, we live with my mother-in-law, and I'm not doing anything. That's the issue that I have with Sam, right? Because Tretch was like, so you got Egypt, you got your 2 kids, and this new baby that's on the way. What are you gonna do? So Sam says, well, I got a fight coming up. He says, is it paid? He says, no. Sam is talking about them. He's doing this. He's doing that. What's bringing? So, how did you guys get that house? Is really giving that Peppa pay for that fucking house. But the decorations, I feel like that came from Sam. But it's like, I don't know if Sam is what alternate reality Sam is living in. I don't, because he doesn't seem to, like even last season when it came to this case, which speaking of his court case, it got pushed back. It just doesn't seem like Sam thinks about anything long term or realistically. It feels like Sam just bullshits his way through everything in his life. That's what it gives. And I mean, I know they can't tell Egypt who to love and who to marry, but damn. I would also say that this motherfucker is not, because Church was like, ain't no man finna live in the house with me and my wife. And I was like, exactly. That's why I say I just don't think that Sam has anything, any morals, values, self-respect, dignity, integrity. I don't feel like he has any of those, my opinions. So if anybody out there likes Sam, those are my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. That's fine. But that's really all I got, you guys. This episode wasn't much. For the series season premiere, it was lackluster. So drop down in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.